All right, we're back here at the DreamHack Steel Series CSGO Championship. I'm BSL, and I'm still here with Sir Scoots and Duncan Thorin Shields. We've just witnessed Fnatic beat Na'Vi 16-9, and you guys predicted the outcome differently. Who won?
Just saying.
Duncan, what happened?
Just saying.
Okay, so here's the key thing we need to know. Okay, for this first game, we didn't actually get like the map penalty. We didn't know what map. So I predicted Na'Vi, trying to go over all the maps, you know. But actually, I've got the stats here, and if I'd have known it was Mirage, I would have actually picked Fnatic, okay? Because Fnatic's best map is Mirage, whereas actually for Na'Vi, it's their third best map.
Hang on. So I'm going to call you on your bullshit. Point this out to me. Where do you have this statistic?
12-5 Mirage, Fnatic.
Okay.
Yeah. Winning percentage.
Verified. He still called it wrong, but he would have probably called it differently.
Okay. Let's go back to that match. What went wrong for Na'Vi, in your opinion, Duncan?
Well, it's a very CT-sided game in general, but that map, you have to put up a strong CT half. You need minimum 9 rounds CT side. We saw Na'Vi got down early, and then there was a key round in I think it was the 7th round, where it went against Na'Vi, and that broke their money, and then they were already going to be down 9 rounds or so when they were already going. And if you can't get a good CT half on Mirage, it's very, very hard to win that map. And you saw already, I told you, it's Fnatic's best map. When they switch to the CT side, the dominant side, they're just going to tear away, and that's what happened.
In other action in Group A, Clan Mystic beat LGB eSports 16-14. A heartbreaking loss there for the home team, if you can say that. We're going to move forward here with Group A and have a match between Mystic and Fnatic. This time, Duncan, we know the map in advance.
Exactly.
It's going to be played on Inferno.
It starts now. The prediction contest starts now.
And let's take a look at Fnatic here before we go into the maps. Give us a run through of the player.
A quick rundown again. We saw Fnatic before, remember. Pronax, the new guy in the team, he's only played one event where they finished second. In-game leader. Not the most skilled player, but his speciality. He's the in-game leader, which is what they've always lacked in these Fnatic CSGO lineups. Schneider and JW, the star players. Here's the AWPer. He sometimes AWPs as well. The rifle guy, and here's like the utility player. So there's Fnatic for you. If we can go on to the other team, Clan Mystic, who ESWC champions, by the way. Any minute now. Fnatic, lovely.
There we go.
Here we go. Okay, so famous players here. Hearts and Irek played in this famous French team, Emulate, who won World Cyber Games. Considered a fluke, major tournament. The new star player, Apex, he's considered one of the best players in the world in terms of aim. But what's interesting, when they fluke won ESWC, again, another French team winning this huge event, it was actually these two players who were the stars. It was Kiyoshima and it was Q-Clear. Q-Clear,
you probably murdered his
I'll
name.
get to that. So you can see, okay, there's the gap. And
now we have to go straight into that game. It's going to be Clan Mystic against Fnatic on Inferno, and I'm going to send it over to our excellent casters, Corey Dunn and Tommy Lurpis Covenant.
Thanks a lot there, BSL. Of course, we're ready for this next matchup, and just going to go ahead and correct Thorn how you pronounce that name. It's actually Kelly. It's easy as that. It's just Kelly. And so let's just go ahead and hop directly into the game. Again, we've got Fnatic and Clan Mystic to be able to kick things off here. And I know I was looking forward to getting the chance to actually hop on and be able to cast one of these matches. It's actually a pleasure to sit there and have a chance to listen to Stu or Tosspot for the first time in a long time.
He hasn't been around for a while, has he?
He hasn't been around. Of course, I mean, I think we've all gone through that phase at some point in time. So it was a good chance to actually see his energy that goes into the game. But just quick little roster rundown like they mentioned there before. It's got Kelly, you've got Apex, you've got Kirishima, you've got Arts and Yurik. And so these players, I had the chance to watch them in the last game, and they were pretty spot on. They're very methodical whenever they set up any of their strats. The last round here, whenever they won 16-14 against LGB eSports, is they actually set up right there on Catwalk. They had all 4 players set up to a T. Like it was purely a strat. They weren't trying to go for any default picks or anything, and they made things happen right there at the end.
Yeah, that's how artist teams have played days back in like 2007 when they first broke up by winning WCG. They've always been very slow and methodical, slow to the point of just it being very boring to me personally to watch them play. But it's worked for them so far. I mean, they won ESWC, came out of nowhere, so can't really complain.
Right. So one of the things that you mentioned as you were looking at the stats, you said it must have been a very passive playing style. They must have been saving a lot of weapons. Why was that?
Well, just the stats in the LGB Mystic match. Everybody in the game had about like 14 to 22 kills in that range. I think 2 people had 24. Usually a couple of people get those high kills, or either that or everybody gets like above 20s. Because basically that means there's only something like I want to say like 0.7 kills for everybody, or like maybe even less per round. So that means a lot of people are going to be saving rounds, or it's going to be very one-sided. But it was a 16-14 game, so it can't really be one-sided, can it?
Right. So one of the things that also to consider with those stats as well is that there were 30 rounds that were played during that game. So there, I mean, the number of kills has to be up there, and that's what we're speaking on behalf here. But I had the chance also, we were watching the Fnatic matchup. So as we get into this matchup here between Fnatic and Clan Mystique, how do you see this one kind of panning out here between these two? You mentioned in one of your previews for this whole group that you thought that Clan Mystique was actually going to run away with this one.
Yeah, as I was telling Corey before we went live here, I actually don't know why I sort of talked myself into having. I was going to say Mystic are going to go out of the group at first, and then during the podcast I said they were going to go through as second seed, and then like by the time I wrote my preview for the group stage, I actually talked myself into them winning the group. So that's where I'm at now.
So how did you talk yourself to that point? Because
I don't know.
You have to. I mean, that's a leap of faith. I mean, going off the fact that they competed really well there at ESWC and seeing what they're able to do over there against varied games and everything. It's just taking a look at the whole picture. I can understand overall how they got to that point. I mean, but I don't know how you get to the point with this exact group here.
I have no idea how I talk I literally, it even says in my preview, it's like direct quote, I think, I don't know how I talk myself into Clan Mystic winning this group. I don't know how it happened. I even missed the SWC because I was out of town for that weekend, so I only saw like half of one of their matches. So I don't even have that to base it on. Because if I'd seen them play really well against top teams, it'd be easier to say they're probably going to win this group. But I don't even have that. So I just talked myself into it. I don't know.
Yeah, so again, one of the things to look at, though, too, is the way that Fnatic has been playing and seeing, Pronax actually very calm, cool, and collected throughout the entire game, making things happen for his team, making the right calls there. And, that's pretty good win there over Na'Vi. They're 16-9.
Yeah, there's once again a strong terrorist side by Fnatic. I mean, their terrorist side has been atrocious with their previous lineups before having a proper in-game leader, which they've never had in CSGO up until Pronax joined a couple of weeks back. Already in Beijing last weekend for MSI Beat It, I was impressed with how they're playing, especially on Mirage Terry's side. That was the one point I tweeted about during their comeback win against SK. And it looks like Pronax really is doing well, working wonders for the team. They finally have some direction in what they want to do. Previously, they always had players who aren't really in-game leaders, just trying to sort of call what to do.
Right.
And it seemed like every single time things got close and matches got to that 12-12, 13-13 range, they always just didn't know what to do. I mean, they never knew what to do. So certainly looks like Pronax is working out well for them.
Yeah, so one of the things, too, I mean, I whenever I saw the way that this team was formulated and how they were able to prepare, I mean, even previous DreamHacks and watching them kind of grow up. And one of the things that I knew immediately that, especially at DreamHack Summer, and watching how well this team played before they were under the Fnatic brand, they were great to watch. I mean, they were a solid team. They were competing against NIP extremely well. Even the tournament before that, I can't remember exactly.
Swedish Championship. It was also held at DreamHack.
So the Swedish Championship, that was like you mentioned here, they competed extremely well there as going into that matchup too.
The thing is, back then they didn't even try to have like a proper in-game leader. They replaced their Norwegian stand-in Centris right after DreamHack, and they sort of started trying to play in another way, and it just wasn't going to work well for them. Mm-hmm. I think DreamHack Summer was just a perfect storm of their players just peaking individually at the right time. JW is amazing at that tournament, and ever since then, it just, they just never been able to peak at the same time. They've always had one guy play well, but he was never going to be enough without proper leadership because they kept making those same rookie mistakes. I mean, they're a young team, so they just can't avoid doing some of that. Obviously, Pronax is a lot more experienced than everybody else on that squad, so that's also going to help with that, and they're probably going to be able to cut down on a lot of the mistakes they've been doing.
Yeah, so of course, all throughout this weekend, you have the chance to take a look at some of the pictures that are being posted out there. Make sure you take a look at any hashtag CSGO, hashtag DHW13, of course, DreamHack winner 2013. For all of those posts, I mean, I'm going through, I'm posting a bunch of pictures. One of the pictures, the reason why I brought up this whole thing here is I took a picture of Devil Walk. He's in 2 hoodies. We're talking very thick hoodies there they're from Fnatic Devil Walk. It's just kind of express how cold it is in here right now.
Yeah, it'll probably heat up later today and tomorrow once all these computers start heating the room. People are still just arriving to the massive BYOC. That's 10,000 computers. Also doesn't help we're sort of to the side of the big hallway here. And I just want to add one hashtag because thanks to Jonas, I think he's the one who told me to come up with hashtags. I'm going to call this, what is Sir Scoot standing on? And I just want people to use that and just guess. The answer is going to be in the HLTV gallery.
Because right now, Sir Scoots is about 6 feet tall, and that's We all know that's not the truth.
No, that's not true, is it?
All right, so we're just waiting to get this server set up before we can hop into this game here. And we should be able to start here in just a moment here. Of course, we've already gone through. Of course, if you, at the same exact time while this matchup's going to be going on, you also check out over on DreamHack CS2 there on twitch.tv. You've got Anders and Similar. They're going to be casting the lower bracket or the loser's bracket portion of this group play. That's going to be between Na'Vi and LGB eSports. So whichever one of those teams wins will continue along and will face off against the loser of this matchup. Of course, whatever loser from that matchup between LGB and Na'Vi will be sent home.
Yeah, they're going to be eliminated 4th place in Group A, but they will get $2,000 for
exactly.
for showing up. So that's just how much money the 250K divided for 16 teams is. Even the last place gets a couple of grand.
Yeah, so we're going to get here in just a moment. We'll rejoin into the game here in just a moment once everything gets set up. You know, I've been looking forward to actually getting the chance to cast DreamHack Winter again for a while now, especially since we've seen how many improvements that Valve have done throughout the whole process there with their GoTV, different types of spectating elements, getting the chance to actually see what the average damage per round is, being able to see the trend that's happening throughout the game, whether you're talking about cash flow, what the equipment value is, or even the kills per round, average damage per round, all of this different type of data that has been that's driving our spectator side, even to the point of the simple things where knowing how many rounds a team had won back to back, and I really think that kind of builds up to our storyline.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of new cool features that have been added since last year's DreamHack Winter. I mean,
for sure.
that was right when CS:GO had just come out, maybe I think like 2-3 months after.
Yep.
Yeah, so I mean, the game has improved both for players and as for spectators. Sorry, lots of cool new features. Obviously seeing the separated statistics for different halves, the ADR, all that stuff sort of gives you an idea in case you missed just how well someone might be doing that half specifically. Just makes it easier to follow the game, especially if you're new, which I'm sure there's plenty of new people watching DreamHack just because of the massive prize purse that Valve
So one of the
together.
things to consider as well, whenever we're talking about just average damage per round, whenever you look at that type of stat, is actually that's the damage done during that round, but it's basically how much damage you cause to that individual player. So, for instance, let's say, as an example, if you headshot someone with an AWP, that's not 400 and something damage. That's actually just 100 damage. And that's just to kind of look at it. So the max damage you can do per round is 500.
Yep.
So we're going to be hopping into the server right now, as we can see that they're already in their warm-up mode. It'll be, again, now we're back into the game here between Clan Mystique going up against Fnatic here in the upper bracket here in Group A. So we'll have Kelly, Uric, Arts, Apex, and Kirishima here for Clan Mystique. And then for Fnatic, you have Flesha, Pronax, Snyder, JW, and Devil Walk.
Yeah, and this is, I believe Inferno is a pretty decent map for Clan Mystic, actually. I think I'm still a little hasty on some of the, on like the exact maps they played at the SWC because I couldn't see it. So even when you look it up all afterwards, unless you watch the matches, it's harder to remember. But I do think this is a good map for Clan Mystic. I think it's a good map for this style of play that Arts' teams like to play. Favors playing slow, methodical, just taking your time. I think Pro Nexus teams generally tend to be better on maps like Mirage and Dust 2, where you can sort of pug it more and just work off of your defaults and just do things like that. On Inferno, I feel like it's harder. It's harder to get picks without.
So this is how you talked yourself into your preview.
Yeah, this is how I talk myself. I'll figure it out during the
event.
event.
Was a process.
There was a process. It was just subconscious.
Right. No, I agree with you entirely, though. The fact that usually what we see from some of these French teams is kind of that slow, methodical play. I mean, we've seen it time and time again with varied games and how they play, especially on Inferno. You'll see set smokes. You'll see from whether that's on the terror side or CT side. You'll see it on both sides where they'll set up smokes right off the initial, right before their pushes into a bomb site. You'll see the flashbangs. Everything has a purpose, and especially on what they're buying for equipment, from primaries to secondary. Everything has been thought out throughout the entire process.
And I actually think Clan Mystic's playing style in general fits Fnatic's because Fnatic are going to want to do a lot of aggressive pushes, take a little bit of risks early on in the round to see if their aim can get them an early advantage. And obviously, if Arts and Co are just going to be sitting far back, just holding those pushes, and they hit their shots, that's going to just take out an entire part of Fnatic's game. So if they can do that early on, I think that's going to force Fnatic to sort of change their playing style. And you always want to take every team out of their comfort zone. Once you do that, they're going to have to be doing something else, and they're not going to feel comfortable doing it. And they might not even know what to do in any case.
All right, so we're about to hop in here. The match will start here in the pistol round. We're going to be on DE Inferno. Here in Group Play, where if you're just now tuning in, it's the winner's bracket of Group A. Whoever wins this will go on into the playoffs. Whoever loses this faces off against the winner between Na'Vi and LGB eSports. You can be watching that stream at the exact same time here on DreamHack CS2 on twitch.tv.
And we're live here with the pistol round. Kiyoshima with an early headshot there on JW in the middle.
Yeah, you decided to go ahead and push up there inside of mid. You're able to start things off here. We can take a look. You can see we're on board here with Kelly, who's watching this cross here as they're going to be able to push up here inside of mid. Fluss are going to try to be able to chase him down. As Kiyoshima able to pick up one that was actually heading over there towards the truck side. And it looks like they're going to kind of rotate back around here. You can see that Flush is going to be looking here inside of the site. He's going to get spotted there by one. And right now it is all Clan Mystique as they're shutting him down one by one as Pronax finally picks up the first kill here. And so now it's going to be down to a 1-on-4 here. And Pronax is already low on health, down to 69 HP.
That was a nice push by Urek through the banana as well, sort of just catching Fnatic in the middle after they started hitting the A side. It's very well played round by Clan Mystic, and I just feel better about my prediction already.
Of course, being able to pick up that first round or picking up the pistol round always helps, and especially on the CT side. We'll see that they're already going to go ahead and decide as looking at the current economy, they've basically bought out completely. They've got P90s, 3 FAMASs, and an M4. So we'll see how this works here in this round. Of course, you're going to see her on the other side. They're going to go ahead and start to push up there towards alt mid.
Clan Mystic playing it safe. They're just sitting far back, not taking any risks. Fnatic started just holding back in alternate middle, trying to see if Clan Mystic might be doing something aggressive, taking any unnecessary risks where they could gain a weapon early on. But it looks like both teams are playing it fairly smart and safe so far. We'll see what Fnatic wind up doing here. Right now, they're just sort of feeling Clan Mystic out, trying to get an idea of how they're defending the sites. They're probably going to group up fairly soon and then just attack at one place with all 5 members.
One of the great things that you can see is right now you've got Kelly, who's the main peaker here with that P90. So they don't know that they actually bought FAMASs and M4s here in this round, and they're playing a little bit more passive, kind of set back inside the site. Apex able to pick up a headshot there with that FAMAS. Kelly continues, picks up 3, make that 4. And so now it's going to be 2-0. And so now they know exactly what kind of economy they're working with. Of course, the bomb has not been planted yet in this 2-0 score.
And it looks like Fnatic are going to go for a third round bye here.
Wow.
And I think that's probably because they saw that P90 and they saw those FAMASs, at least one of them.
Exactly, good
so
point.
that's probably, actually I think they saw Urek's FAMAS in Banana as well. So they knew they had at least 2 FAMASs and a P90. So that's when you want to buy Galils that can challenge it. If they all had M4s, it'd be a lot harder to take those duels in this third round.
Yeah, basically what we're talking about right now is the economy and how you work it. So you're taking advantage of a situation. You know that the Galil kind of even kill there with the FAMAS. You're trying to take away those weapons, win the round, and basically kind of reset the economy there for the CTs. As right now you're going to have a push up there inside of mid. Apex able to take down 3 there with the FAMAS, as he was over there towards the awning side, and Kelly's right there. He's going to go ahead and utilize a Glock. He picked up one of those Glocks there from the terror side, and now the score's going to be 3-0, and what was a gamble or risk there for Fnatic, and it doesn't pay off.
That was exactly the type of call that Pronax like to make, as we see Apex's triple kill here in the middle. Pronax likes to make those quick calls and try to do something surprising, and a lot of the time it works, but right there we just saw Apex with an individual performance. I mean, if you get 3 kills like that, there's just nothing you can do in terms of calling strats to counter that, unless you headshot the person faster. And Kelly, he missed his first shot, but he more than made up for it with those Glock kills.
Look at this. It's kind of interesting to me as you actually saw. So Kelly picked up a globe from the previous round as he actually had a P90. And you've got Urek, Apex, and Kirishima who still have FAMASs in hand. Of course, they know that they're going to be on a save round. There's no reason to upgrade at this point. Hearts is going to be able to take down 2 so far with that M4 over by the banana side. And now he has his teammates to be able to help him out, finishing things off. And another solid round here by Clan Mystique.
And Mystic are just so rich right now. As you can see, they have about $8 grand on average for their members. They have so much money right now. Kelly a little lower money now that he bought an AWP, but I mean Mystic are just loaded, and that's why they're keeping those FAMAS.
Exactly.
Even if they lose this round, they have so much money to buy next. And with the FAMAS, you can take more of a risk now. As long as you save Kelly's AWP, it doesn't matter if you lose this round. You just take a bit of a risk, use those FAMASes, and try to just get an even bigger monetary advantage.
Yeah, Kelly was going to try to take advantage, push up in there and towards the alt mid and see if he could get a quick pick. Of course, that flashbang inside of mid slowed him down, so now he's going to be watching over here at the top. He does catch Devil Walk inside of the apartment, so you can see that he's going to be quickly rotating back, allowing his teammates to be able to take over Boiler and inside of mid. He knows that Hearts is actually going to be right there. So right now our board switching around here to Flesha. As he's going to be taking a look there. He's going to be challenging there over there by Banana. He's got his, he's competing in there against Uric there from Clan Mystique.
And so far, Kelly is looking just as impressive as he did at ESWC in that semifinal against Astana, where he just carried his team. He's up. Just got him a big entry kill. He fell back. Missed a shot now, but he's looking very good so far. JW2, very big AK kills there.
Yeah, great control over the recoils. Now we're over here with Schneider. He's going to go ahead and backtrack. It's going to be down to this 3-on-3. Flesha is going to actually hold down over here towards that B bomb site. You can see that Pronax and Snyder are going to regroup. Look out for Uric, though. Uric pushes up. He knows where they're at. There is going to be a quick rotate happening there. Kelly does have an op on the cross. He misses as I think he catches the pole. As now it's again Kelly and Kirishima here watching inside of that site. Bomb will get planted inside of the B side, as they have not had the chance or opportunity to move out of that B site. Pronax backtrack. He's going to get picked off there by Kelly.
And this is a tough retake still. Fnatic have very good positions. If Kelly can hit the next shot, could be around for Mystic, but it's a tough retake still for the counter-terrorists. Pushing
in, there goes Flush, able to take down one. A nice shot there by Kelly in the backside of side. Kelly trying to be able to pick up this last one. He's going to get taken down. But again, we mentioned that Clan Mystique, they didn't really upgrade. They didn't buy. They only had FAMASes. The only weapon that they really spent some money on was that AWP.
Yeah, everybody except Kelly had 10K or so this half still. That was actually such a close round still, because Kelly could have hit that quick scope on the last guy in the 1v1. He could have hit that shot earlier as the guy was running into the site. So Fnatic, I mean, they won a round, but they won by the skin of their teeth. That was just a very close win. And if Fnatic lose this round, despite being on the terrorist side, they're going to be super broke. So this is a must-win for the Swedes if they don't want to go on another save round.
Yeah, good point. You can see that on the Fnatic side. They're actually low on money. As well right now. Again, they had 4 players on their team get taken out, so they had to rebuy going into this round. Scoring now, of course, 4-1 here as Fnatic pick up their first round. And
it's a lot harder for Fnatic to play the kind of playing style Pronax likes playing. They can't really take over areas early because first of all they're afraid of Kelly's op, and second of all they don't have nades to get cover from that op. So being broke is just tough for Fnatic.
It looks like they're going to start to be able to push up here inside of mid. Apex and Kirishima both go down. As now it's going to be down to this 3-on-5. You've got Kelly, Uric, and Arts. Arts able to pick up one there as they're going to continue to push here towards that site. They have one inside of the site. That's going to be Kelly with that op. A unique playing style with that AWP. He's going to get taken down finally there by Devil Walk, and now it's going to be left up to Arts, who's been the only one that has picked up a kill here in this round.
And he's probably just going to try to save his weapon. Clan Mystic no longer has a ton of money in the bank because they had to drop a weapon to Kelly. And they could still buy. I mean, they probably will still buy, but it actually wouldn't be a bad call to just save, make sure all your players have a lot of money. Because right now they're probably going to have 2 FAMASes.
Yeah, take a look right now. You got Uric and Arts who have M4s, as well as Kirishima. It looks like that we're trying to determine what Apex is going to use here. He does end up buying a FAMAS with no head armor.
Yeah. So not the perfect equipment for the Frenchies. I mean, Kirishima has no nades at all. Arts only has 1 nade.
Right.
Or flash, I think. But it's not going to be an easy round for Mystic, and they really need to win this round. Otherwise, they're going to be broken. Fnatic's going to be in perfect control of the economy situation, and that would effectively tie the game at 4.
JW spamming inside of mid, taking a look, see if he might be able to connect so far. Not a single member from Clan Mystique has taken any damage. As they're still setting up to push here in just a moment over there towards the A side. Still just looking for that pick. Of course, you have Flesha competing against Uric over there. That battle will consist throughout this entire first half. You'll see Flusha and Uric probably continue to compete against one another over there towards that side. Looks like they're going to start to rotate over there. We have not seen a rotate happen over here by Clan Mystique as of yet. You can see that Uric is going to try to be able to hold this one down. He does pick up, he does head dink one of the players there for Fnatic. But it looks like Fnatic will take this bomb site and try to be able to get that bomb down on the backside of the site.
Mystic will probably just try to save. Retaking the B bomb side on Inferno in a 4v5 situation is just very tough, and they barely have any nades, so they're making, and that's what they're going to do. They're making the right decision. There's almost no way they would ever win that round.
That is right now.
95, at least 95 times out of 100, Fnatic would win that.
And you can see right now JW and Snyder are already on the manhunt. They're trying to chase down and try to pick up some weapons here. JW does spot one on the cross, and there will be an exchange. And so Kirishima will lose his M4. And so now there looks like they're going to be all stuck there inside of the apartments. Bomb will explode, and Fnatic will pick up their third round here against Clan Mystique.
And Mystic just want to make sure they don't lose any more guns here at the very end. And Arts smartly hides there behind the corner. But he's going to make it 4-3. Mystic don't have a lot of money. They could drop FAMASes if they choose to go for it. I would assume they will, and that's what they are doing. So it's going to be another gun round. Not a perfect buy for Mystic once again, but they're still in it. And once again, must win round, excuse me, for them. Otherwise, they're going to be broke. So Fnatic are doing a good job getting back into this game.
Yeah, one of the things that you mentioned during that previous round is saving their weapon. Even though you're chasing after those weapons there at the end, you still have to consider your weapons in hand because your current economy. Although you want to affect your opponent, you also need to ensure that you keep your same economy as well.
Yeah, Fnatic are doing well in that regard. The only person low on money is JW currently. Everybody else has plenty.
All right, taking a look here, you can see that now Flusha is still working over there towards the banana. Right now, Arts has joined up with Uric here on that cross. They're going to try to hold that down. This, of course, Apex was taken down earlier in the round, so they've got two players playing over there towards the B-bomb site, two players being Kelly and Kirishima over there inside of the A side. Looks like JW is going to start to push up here inside of mid. Kelly watching that cross. JW able to pick things off here. As just like that, it's going to be a quick exchange. It's going to be down to a 2-on-3 now. And both players, Arts and Kirishima, are both grouped up here over inside of A as the bomb will head over there towards that B bomb site with 35 seconds left to play here.
And that is looking like another round for Fnatic. Once again, low equipment for Clan Mystic. 2v3 disadvantage. Bomb already planted in B. They should be going to save, and it looks like that's what they are going to do. So that is going to tie the game at 4. Just a couple rounds ago, it looked like Mystic were just dominant early on in this half. But just like that, Fnatic have tied the game up.
That always happens whenever you look at the pistol round. You immediately start to assume that, okay, this is going to look well for Clan Mystique right out of the gates. But you have to go back and remember there are gun rounds to be played.
Yeah, and especially that third round of the half. I mean, that was just so dominant. So you just get that feel like, oh, maybe Fnatic just aren't up to it. But obviously you're wrong about that. Lots of rounds still to be played.
Oh,
seven more in this half alone.
Pronax actually died to the bomb there at the very end. I don't believe that's going to affect him at all. He'll just end up having to buy an AK here, but as for his economy, he's going to be completely fine. Looking on the other side, though.
Mystic once again forcing a buy.
Wow.
They actually have a little more money this time around, just because they're getting so much more from losing more consecutive rounds. But still, just hanging in there, not in a good spot.
Yeah, they got an extra $2,900 to work with from that due to the economy bonus to stack on. So they are buying whatever they can. Of course, Kirishima was able to pick up an AK from that previous round. And so we'll see how effective this can actually pan out here. We are all tied up here with Fnatic and Clan Mystique.
And we'll see how Clan Mystic will adjust their defense in the middle area, because all these rounds Fnatic have won, they've always gotten a pick in the middle area. And after that, they've been able to work around and head towards back to B after a little fake and rotations. We'll see what Mystic does to adjust, because obviously so far they've been picked apart in the middle.
Taking a look at the defense again here, you've got Uric and Arts over there inside of B, working together for a type of crossfire. You've got Kelly, who's still watching over there towards the CT arches, and you've got Kirishima, who's working inside of pit. Apex going to help out where they needed over there with Kelly. Still got this default set up, still kind of spreading across the map. Flush is going to go ahead and start to decoy over there towards the B side when the action will start to head over here towards the A side. Actually, we see a bunch of smokes and flashes. They're going to go ahead and backtrack as Flusha is actually still competing over there. And so you can see that Arch throwing a nice little counter flash, slowing things down there. They still have a smoke. Flusha hasn't been impacted as of yet. It looks like they are going to go ahead and commence over here towards that B bomb site. Be able to pick up one. Now we're back over here with Yurik. Yurik, he's going to get shut down as well. Flesha, he's going to get taken out as that was Flesha taking out Kelly. And so now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3. JW holding on to do just a sliver of health as the bomb will continue to tick away here over there towards that B bomb site. And JW has actually ran all the way back around over there towards the T spawn area and allowing his teammates to try to hold down this bomb site. I don't know if that's going to be able to pan out for him as Apex able to pick up one. There goes JW. Flesha, where's the call out as Apex is chasing after this kill now. And the bomb will continue to be able to tick away here, and he will not pick up the round. And I think he may not even hold on to this M4 in hand either. He's going to get taken out. So 5-4 here in favor of Fnatic.
And that was a clever play by Fnatic there at the end. I'm not sure if you noticed, but in that 3v2 situation, I think it was Snyder and Flesha stuck in that same corner. So what they did was Snyder actually peeked and died, and Flesha kept hiding behind the little nook in the corner. So obviously Clan Mystic are never going to think there's two people in that over there. So he just got a free kill after that. So that was a neat little trick there, and it just worked out perfectly for Fnatic.
That's a perfect explanation. I mean, it's the anticipation of where they're going to be. The first assumption is that you're going to see them in multiple positions.
Yeah.
And you expect to have to worry about multiple angles. And what we saw there, great gameplay there from Fnatic. I was kind of worried for JW for a moment that he wasn't going to be able to regroup with his teammates inside of the B bomb site. But he does make it in time enough to distract at the end of the round.
Yep. That was a good idea, too, by him, because there wasn't a lot he was going to do with just one health point in Banana. So sometimes you got to take a risk, and it panned out so far. JW's got a lot of entry kills with this AK, too, so far in this game. He's been playing well.
Yeah, he's playing extremely well, as you can see.
Not a lot of kills, but important kills.
Especially, I mean, entries make a big point, as right now Yurik shuts down Snyder. He's got his teammate to give him some cover there as he actually gets taken down by Flush, who's made his way all the way over there towards Spools. And they're going to have to go for a quick rotate, but be on the lookout for Devilwalk, who might be lurking about here in just a moment. He does spot one there, as looks like they're going to go ahead and save their weapons now. And so expect them to go ahead and chase after those weapons, as right now, Fnatic, they're going to be fine going into the next round, especially on the terrorist side. They all have about $2 grand each to work with there. And of course, seeing them pick up the round there, 32-50, they're just going to take down those weapons. They're actually probably just going to allow Devilwalk to do this all by himself now.
Yeah, big kills by Devilwalk there. That's going to affect Clan Mystic's money situation quite a bit, that they weren't able to save any of those guns. And so far, it looks like the B bomb side is just Clan Mystic's Achilles heel. I mean, these guys are, Yurik and Arts, who are, I would argue, the two weakest players individually in the team, although they're the most experienced and obviously contribute in other ways. I mean, they're just getting run over by Fnatic. It's not even close. Like, they can't even trade kills. If it was a 3v3, you could say, okay, you know, maybe they can retake a 3v3, because their three best players are playing the A bomb site, but they always leave their teammates in a deficit. And some of the time it's also because one of the A players gets picked up in middle, but the B players really must be able to do something. They have to change the way they play, because what they're doing right now simply isn't working. Yeah,
Yurik so far is basically averaging about 60 damage per round, not picking up any kills there. Right now you can see that you've got some spraying going on over there by Flesha, and Pronax did pick up one. Now it's going to be down to a 2-on-4. Of course, this is a save round coming in here for Clan Mystique, finally seeing them save. As you see that it looks like Apex is going to go chasing after the kill. You also have Kelly, who's just around the corner.
It also seems like Clan Mystic are a team that would probably benefit more from saving, just because of the way they play. You want to make sure Kelly has an AWP in his hands at all times when possible. And just their playing style, I feel like they would benefit more from having all the nades and flashes and being able to do all the tricks they do. So I understand why they went for all those buys, because you want to keep buying when you can sort of afford it, but it didn't work out for them at all. And I think in hindsight, I mean, hindsight is always 20/20, but in hindsight, it might have been a bad call.
Looking at the difference in the economy right now, the way that Fnatic, they've done a great job controlling here in the latter part of this first half. And right now, again, the score 7-4. And again, if you just now tuned in, Clan Mystique were able to pick up the first 3 rounds in this game. Actually, I believe they may have even, let's take a look here actually while we have the chance here. They picked up the first 4 rounds of this game, and ever since it's gone on a 7-round tear. And really, I'd put it to the fact that Clan Mystique's actually been buying as many rounds as they could. They haven't actually taken the chance to save there officially. And now we can see that this will be the first true gun round here for Clan Mystique. And actually change things up here, too. They've got Kelly, who's actually over there towards the B side, is one of the things that you were mentioning there with Arts and Yurik not holding it down. Now they're going to put that weight on Kelly over there inside of B.
They actually started the round with 3 people playing the B side. They just now rotated to having 4 people on the A bomb side. So
that's pretty traditional
some
play that we
some
normally
adjustments for Mystic at least.
Yeah, we traditionally see that happen a lot. Usually you see 3 early over there towards B, or even 2 early over there towards B, and then you'll have the 1 player rotate back around. So it is good finally to see that. Of course, you're going to see that now battle that's going to be between Flusha and Kelly, but the real action's happening to go here towards the A-bomb site, starting to push in there, smokes and flashes. And you've got Apex, who's able to pick up 1. Pronax picking up 2 there. Arts to the backside of the site, he's going to it takes down the bomb carrier, but now it's going to be down to a 2-on-3. You can see that Yurik is going to be flanking back around here. Bomb will get planted inside the site. It's going to be left up to, here we have Kelly, as Kelly is going to start to worry about his flank. But really, you've got 1 player who's going to start to be able to push here through the smoke here in just a moment. And JW creeping his way through the smoke and picking up that last kill, 8-4 on actually one of the first real traditional gun rounds we've seen so far.
Yeah, and very good play by Fnatic still. I mean, 8 straight rounds. And we talked about JW's kills. He's not even near the top of the scoreboard. I mean, he's actually in the middle for his team. Not a lot of kills. Actually, he's second in frags, but the kills he's gotten have been very important. All those kills have been round-altering frags. Even there at the end in the 2v2, he got those 2 kills that just completely changed, won them the round. So really good play by him, and now he finally has an op, which is obviously what he's known for.
All right, looks like they're going to go ahead and go back to plan A as they've got Yurik and Arts both over there towards that banana side. They've got smokes and they've got a smoke that actually pushed up there, but look out, you've got Yurik who's going to be over there. Hiroshima over there inside of the apartments. A nice little exchange between those as Apex takes the upper hand there at the end. They're going to start to push up here towards that A side as JW takes down Apex, and here comes Arts. He's going to be on the rotate, and sadly there, as there's only 20 bullets in that M4. And so Yurik goes down at the end, 9-4, 9 rounds in a row here for Fnatic, as their style of play has changed dramatically here.
They pretty much do the same opening most rounds. They just take over the alternate middle. They send Flusha and Banana. He's trying to push a potential counter-terrorist back, so they don't know where Fnatic is planning on going. Then they take over the middle area and at least try to go for a pick, and then they just decide where to go from there. It's simple, it's very Pronax-like, and it's working out. I mean, it's just completely outplaying Clan Mystic, and I think a big part of that is Clan Mystic are just getting outskilled. I mean, they're missing a lot of shots that could be going their way, and I think that's what's been the main difference so far.
As right now you've got Apex who pushed up there inside of the apartments, able to shut down 3. And that was a huge round there for Apex. As you can see, he's going to go ahead and backtrack now. But a great round coming in there for Clan Mystique, as Apex said, I'm done with this, I'm through with this. I'm going to be able to pick up this round by myself. 9-5 now as we head into the final round here for the first half.
And that, by the way, was only the 2nd weapon round that Mystic won so far in this match. Both of them, Apex got 3 kills in. Because the first one was round number 3 where he got 3 kills in the middle.
Right, exactly.
So both rounds
and
started.
Both aggressive.
Yeah, both started with Apex doing something aggressive and getting 3 opening frags. So far, no one else has even basically contributed to their success in weapon. Or their lack of success in weapon rounds.
Apex decided to go ahead and push up there inside of mid. He caused so much damage to Devilwalk, but Devilwalk gets the upper hand. As we're seeing an exchange happen over there as JW does get taken out there. So now we're going to be back to a 4-on-4.
Fnatic slowing it down a little bit, feeling Mystic out. They know now their Frenchmen are ready to do some aggressive stuff. Some early damage dealt. Flash it down to 37, Devilwalk 13 health, Yurik 41, everybody else near a full 100. Still anyone's round, but could be really big for Clan Mystic.
Yeah, if Clan Mystic picks up this round.
They definitely use some of this momentum.
Yeah, if Clan Mystic picks up this round, we're going to see a very close game going into the second half between these two. As right now, again, you've got Yurik, who's over there towards that B side. We're on board here with Kelly, low on health. Hiroshima, he's going to spray and pray, but he gets dropped there by Pronax. And we're seeing a rotate happen here. Even though Pronax picked up that kill, they're going ahead and rotating over there towards the B bomb site. As Art's able to pick up 1. Pronex will be on the flank here. Be on the lookout for him. As a lookout, as Uric finally putting himself on the board as he picks up 2 very crucial kills. And now it's going to be left up to Pronex, down to 12 seconds left here in the round. Pronex, it does pick off Uric there inside of the backside of the site. 5 seconds left to play here. Arts needs to be holding back there. 1 second left, and it looks like Clan Mystique will be able to pick up their 6th round. 9-6 is going to be your first half score.
It's not a bad half score in the end, because if Clan Mystic are able to win the Terrorist Pistol round, all of a sudden they're tied at 9. So they're certainly not out of the game. I mean, obviously, the part where they lost 9 straight rounds, not very good play. But on the other hand, Fnatic played very, very well. Also in the final round of the half, we saw Uric get those 2 kills in the B site. That was also a smart play by the Frenchman. It's neat little just baiting. I mean, he just baited Hearts out completely, and he worked out perfectly. Had he peeked, he probably would have gotten 1 and gotten taken out. Now he just played it patiently, just baited his teammate, who actually managed to stay alive too, and then got 2 free kills.
Yeah, some of the key plays through that game, it has to be whenever we saw there in the backside of the site from Fnatic. There during that one of those rounds, you actually had 2 in the backside in the dark area, playing from the same position, peeking out and allowing one of their teammates to just go ahead and hold back. Again, it just basically delayed them so that they couldn't get the defuse. So sometimes, I mean, a lot of times we think that we have to go for the chase after those kills to be able to win rounds, but really it's just about utilizing every bit that you have there. So that whether that's time, whether that's inventory, or whether that's just getting the job done, picking up those kills, all of those different elements, you know, are the factors for winning a round.
Yeah, for sure. And it looks like Snyder is finally back from the bathroom break.
Yep.
And we're probably gonna get the second half underway here very soon. Obviously, second half pistol round going to be very crucial here. If Fnatic win, that'll probably give them 2 rounds because the Terrorists are likely to buy in a 3rd round. So that would make it 11-6. On the other hand, if Mystic win the Terrorist pistol round, this is obviously assuming neither team loses the save round.
Right.
All of a sudden, we have a tied game, and the Terrorists have the money advantage.
Yep. So right there, you can see on your screen that's going to be Flusha, who's actually you can see again. I mentioned earlier in the cast that. It's cold in here. Like you mentioned, it'll probably warm up. But the gloves are off where he's rolled up his sleeves a little bit here. And we'll head in here to the second half. 9-6 in favor of Fnatic. 9 straight rounds were won by Fnatic after the 4th round as we head in here to the second half. And we'll see how this pistol round pans off. Last time, Clan Mystique picked up the pistol round. Let's see if they can do it again.
Looks like Mystic have generally been better on their CT side on Inferno. I just looked up their statistics for the past couple events, so that might be a little alarming, but in any given single half, anything can happen.
All right, Snyder able to start things off here for Fnatic. As that exchange happened there inside of the apartments, as Apex is still going to be pushing up. There's one inside of bedroom, that's going to be JW. As JW lets one pass. Smart play there, and this time he's going to start chasing after. They don't even turn around, as that was going to be the bomb carrier. And Arts is still back inside of mid. He's not helping out his teammates as Apex is low on health. He does pick up the bomb. He's going to start to rotate back over there. Falling back is going to be Pronax. And it looks like they're going to see a split happen here inside of mid. JW is actually waiting to see if they rotate back from that B bomb site.
That's a good situation for Fnatic. They have 2 people defending that side. They have JW.
Exactly.
Who has completely cut him off.
Yeah, JW is right there inside of mid, just watching an angle. If they're going to rotate, JW has them on lockdown. As they're going to go ahead and start to be able to push in there. Flashes over the top there from Pronex. They're still going to push there inside of the bomb site. Arts right there giving some cover fire. And look at that. Even though Apex had 4 HP, he still gets the bomb down. So even though it may have been a lost round, but it's still not, as it's down to a 2-on-2. Arts and Apex, they're trying to work their angles there. You've got Arts in the backside of the site, low on health. Bomb going to be taken away here. And they're going to be up chasing him down, and JW finishes things off there. They will get the defuse here as Fnatic taking their 10th round now, 10-6. But getting that bomb down, that was a huge component there.
That bomb plant might be very key to how this match still turns out. Clan Mystic could actually buy this second round. They could drop some AK, so I'm not sure if that's something they might be interested in doing. Looks like they are going to need a pause. Not really sure for what reason, but well, gives us more time to talk about it. Well, I mean, looks like they are going to go for a save round. I think that's the right call because that is going to give them a lot more money for the third round. They're going to have over $4 grand, all of them. It's going to give them pretty good equipment. And
they're just trying to determine exactly. It looks like, again, they requested a pause. Of course, there are a lot of different things that are being done differently at this tournament here at DreamHack Winter. The way that you connect to the server is completely different now, and something for the players to adjust. And I actually think it's a better way of doing things, allowing both teams to kind of get connected, be in the same server, stat tracking, being able to go through backups. We were here last night with Valve, three members from Valve, testing a bunch of different elements, whether that's backing up the server, looking at how it works during overtime, just making sure that everything that was done within development is taken care of. Of course, we talked about even the backups, and that's one of my big concerns is making sure that, hey, can we go back? If we have to restart, we restart servers, we have to redo everything. When we back up, we go right back to where we were before.
And that's what we're going to be doing here in a second. Right now, we're just waiting for the last Clan Mystic member to get back into the game. Something to point out though is Apex. I just noticed in the previous round, he actually did 321 damage in that pistol round. So that's pretty sick. I mean, he basically took out 3.2 of the 5 opponents, and his team still lost the round. Obviously, he's not aware of just how much damage he did beyond the kills, but that's that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so again, I just want to mention to those of you at home, so even if all of those were headshots and he caused the max damage you can think of, well, the max damage here, whenever we're looking in terms of average damage per round, that is per player's health. So it's not,
yeah,
it's 100 health max.
So if someone has 1 health and you kill them with a headshot, you only do 1 damage.
Exactly.
It's not like you do 100 because you get the kill. So that's why doing 300 damage is actually very substantial.
Oh, it's huge.
Because it means you literally took out over 3/5 of the opposing team.
Exactly. So that's something to look at whenever we go into the next one. Of course, as we kind of browse through the stats here. Getting that bomb down was going to help them out exponentially moving forward. We'll see if they actually decide to go ahead and try to pull off a third round buy. We probably won't see them decide to try to buy here, especially watching them through the previous gun rounds. As you can see there on your screen, you've got Flusha and JW who are closest to us, and they both look over here at the same time. Actually, that's one of the members, Clan Mystique, or actually the manager from Clan Mystique walking behind them. But it's good. I mean, one of the things that, again, I've just been looking forward to seeing what's going to happen here at this tournament, because there's so many. As you look at all 4 of the groups, and usually we talk about the group of death, or we talk about this is the worst group to look at. In all terms, any 3 teams out of each group could win it or take the 2 spots.
Yep.
And so you really don't know exactly who's going to get knocked out.
No, you really don't. And something I also mentioned in my preview, groups A and B are somewhat similar in the sense that they have 3 teams who are very, very close.
Exactly.
Only the difference is in Group A, the 4th team is technically, they're the least favored to go through. Whereas in Group B, NIP obviously are the 4th team. Like, they're way above everybody else. So in Group A, the 3 teams are competing for the 2 spots. And in Group B, the 3 teams are competing for 1 spot.
Exactly.
So fairly similar situations. And looks like we are going to continue here.
Yep, so again, as we mentioned, Valve spent a lot of time in their development phases to make sure that we get every single type of backup ready, and that's exactly what we have here. We are live and underway here, 10-6. Again, Fnatic were able to pick up the pistol round, but Clan Mystique, even though Apex had 4 health in that round, and it was down to a 2-on-3, Apex was able to get the bomb down, and so that's going to help them out here in the latter rounds. It actually looks like they did decide to go ahead and buy 2 Galils and an AK, so we'll see how much of a challenge
now you see the veterans, Jurek and Arts, actually dropping weapons to the younger aim stars, and they only have P250s themselves. So now Clan Mystic basically has 3 people with full equipment and everything. Oh, it looks like we have another crash. That's really unlucky for that to happen 2 rounds in a row. Looks like Kiyoshima, I think, has crashed. Nope.
You can see, of course, I was actually watching their matchup, Clan Mystique facing off against LGB eSports, and they're a very emotional team. You can see the way that they express themselves. I mean, we were watching. There was one. I mean, they were already at game point. It was, I believe, it was 15-12, 15-11, but they were already at game point, and they lost a round, and they were communicating to one another very expressively. I mean, they're going back and forth, and it's just really fun to watch how they kind of interact with one another. And sometimes, in different cultures, that can make an impact on your playing style, in a negative form.
Yeah, we can actually see Clan Mystic on the screen, and they actually look really bummed right now, which is surprising because I understand why they would be because they just want to keep going. But if I were them, I would try to turn this upside down and think, okay, Fnatic just had all the momentum. They had the lead. They won the pistol round. And now we just keep pausing this shit. And it's just never continuing. And all of a sudden, if Mystic wins the next round, it'll have been like 5 minutes since Fnatic last won a round. So that's going to take all the momentum away. And that's sort of going to make it a more of an even ground for this coming round.
Sorry, as you can see right now, again, we're paused currently, so we're not going to have to do any type of backups or anything. We'll just go straight back into the game.
Yeah, we're still waiting for Urek to join back in. I don't think Mystic are too welcoming of Bot Wally as a replacement just yet, but hopefully we'll be underway soon.
Yeah, for those of you that are at home, make sure that you follow any type of little trending hashtags there on the social media, whether that's you're on Twitter there with the hashtag DHW13. Or whether you're also follow hashtag CSGO. Of course, you'll have our host here, Thorin, as well as BSL and Sir Scoots. Will be posting things throughout the tournament. Myself, Considerate_Done. Also, be on the lookout there for Lurpus and even TossSpot. We'll all be posting things. Of course, you can't forget about the guys over there on the DreamHack CS2. They'll also be hopping over here. We've just basically don't look at it as a B stream. I mean, these are some great matches that are happening over there as well. They're with Anders and Similar. We'll be mixing things up. We'll be casting in, it's just a great casting core here at DreamHack Winter.
Yep, and right now we are still waiting. Urek has just returned to the server, so it looks like we are going to get back into the game finally after a bit of a break.
And you and I, we've dealt with this type of stuff before, and that's why we're able to continue to talk about all the different aspects that we're seeing from throughout this game. So one of the things that we were talking about is the momentum and how things may have changed. I mean, if you look at it in the latter part of the game, Clan Mystique was able to pick up the last 2 rounds of the first half. Well, that was a good momentum shift for Clan Mystique to go forward. But then you look at it, Fnatic winning that pistol round, and that's probably the last thing that Clan Mystique remembers. They don't remember the fact that they won the previous, the 2 rounds before.
Yeah. So right now we are going to continue. Finally, score is 6-10 in favor of Fnatic, who also have won the second half pistol round. So lots more money on Fnatic's side, but Clan Mystic are once again going to go for the same early buy with Urek and Arts dropping AKs or Galils. I'm not sure which ones for the youngsters.
There's Galil on the
for
ground.
the youngsters on the team, and Apex, I believe, has purchased the gun of his own.
I was kind of curious of whether or not Fnatic actually saw what weapons Clan Mystique had in the previous round. We'll see if they decide to go ahead and do this again. You can see that you've got Kirishima, who is there inside of mid with that Galil. Some spamming going on right now. Looks like they're going to go ahead and close off over there towards that banana side. You can see that Pronax started to push up there. He has his teammate Devil Walk pushing up. There is a smoke cross blocking that little cross point.
Aggressive play by Fnatic there in banana. Devil Walk has pushed all the way up towards the end of it. Pronax somewhat close too.
Look out for
and
that
I actually think that's an adjustment based on what they saw in the second round before Urek crashed once again. Because that round saw Mystic take over banana aggressively, so Fnatic wanted to counter that in case they were going to do the same thing.
So they bought the same way, but they did not do the exact same strat to follow.
Yeah.
We actually probably even saw a counter.
They are
there.
now going to do that though.
Right.
They just delayed it.
Yep. As you can see that they actually heard some footsteps there from the CT side from Fnatic. You can see that Devil Walk watching over there, or you've got Devil Walk who's over there by Spools. And you have his teammate there inside the site with him as well. That's going to be Snyder, or actually apologize, that's Pronax who's over there towards that site. Here comes the flash. He's going to start to be able to move in near side the site. Pronax able to pick up one over there from the construction side. Devil Walk also there in that exchange. As right now it's going to be down to this 3-on-5. Uric down to 30 HP, Apex down to 20, but they do get the bomb down.
Still a very tough round for Mystic, but it's still winnable.
They're going to start to be able to push up there. You've got Arts and Apex. They're starting to even things back up. Now it's going to be down to this 1-on-3, left up to Apex, and Apex will go down.
And once again, a pair of important kills by JW there at the end, getting 2 kills there.
So 10-6 now is going to be the score here. I apologize, I make that 11-6 as now Fnatic picks up another round here.
Yep. And that is also, well, it looks like Mystic are actually going to buy. They don't have, it's going to be another week buy, and it looks like they are going to be doing exactly what they did in the first half, so they probably have no regrets about constantly buying with less than optimal equipment. So that's, I don't know, that's the decision they've made, and they obviously want to stick to their guns, but I'm not sure I agree with it, simply because we already saw it not work out in the first half.
Yeah, so we're going to see what they're going to do here. They've got 4 Galils in hand. And JW just around the corner, waiting for them to push up here inside of the apartments. He has a nice angle. He's quick switching a lot there. And he's actually, again, I like what I just mentioned, he's quick switching a lot. And sometimes, again, you do that type of thing just to continue to stay warm. But right now, he's going to be able to push back around. Looks like it's warming him up enough here. He's able to pick up 3 there as he does switch around between his weapons. And again, JW picking up 3 kills there in the round. It could have been a lot worse, or it could have been worse there for Fnatic, as JW could have got caught off guard while he was switching, and they could have had an entry there. But now the score is going to be 12-6 here as we take another look there from JW.
And that's just a good round by Fnatic once again. Individual play by JW won them that round. That's going to force Mystic on a save run. Going to make it 13-6 in favor of the Swedes, assuming the Swedes don't lose this upcoming save round by the Frenchmen. It's just going to be a very tough match to come back from. Like I said, Mystic have traditionally been a better team on the counter-terrorist side, right, which obviously they lost 6-9 in this match now. So anything's possible. It's in a single half of Counter-Strike, much like in a single round. Anything can happen. You can always come back from any deficit. But it's just looking very grim right now for Clan Mystic, the ESWC champions, who are trying to prove that their win wasn't a fluke and they can actually compete with these teams.
Take a look here. You see that you've got Devil Walk. He is grouped up there with Pronax inside of B. You've got Schneider, who's over there inside of Pit. And watching over there inside of CT Arches, that's going to be Flesha. And then JW, who's playing inside the site, kind of closer over there towards Graveyard. They're going to start to push over here. Be on the lookout, though. You've got Flesha, who's just on the other side there inside of the CT Arches. As we able to push back around. First headshot going to come out there for Flesha. He's going to try to pick up a second one. And on the rotate, it's going to be JW. JW picking up 2 as well. And make that 3. So JW, his ADR here in the second half, he's skyrocketing as he's sitting at 259 average damage per round.
Yeah, though he does have a bunch of save round kills like the previous round.
Damage is damage.
Yeah, damage is damage, but there's different degrees of importance in the damage you deal.
Agreed.
But yeah, 13-6 now for Fnatic, and Mystic are starting to get to that point for Mystic where they just have to start winning rounds. I mean, they just can't keep losing, and they have to string rounds together. They can't just win one and lose one. And now they're going to be meeting the defense of Fnatic in Banana. Yeah,
again, though, we mentioned before, whenever you have 3 players push over there towards that Banana side, Schneider's going to be that last wall to hold there inside of B. Has some players. They're going to be rotating back over there. Schneider picks up another one. So Schneider, before going down, he picks up 3. And that's going to be a quick rotate that happened there. A great hold by Fnatic as they decided to gamble a little bit more or just push 3 guys over there towards B for the early stages of the round. 14-6 here in favor of Fnatic.
Yeah, that was a really good move. Really good move by Fnatic to counter what they figured out Mystic was going to do. Is a perfect read by whoever did that, I assume Pronax, and just a well-played round for Fnatic. I mean, they've just looked way better than Mystic in this match. If we take out the pistol round, Mystic has only won 4 rounds, and even that 3rd round win was, I mean, it was against a very weak Fnatic buy. So Fnatic have just looked really good so far.
Looking at the setup again, you've got Pronax and Devil Walk, who both have pushed up there in Banana.
Aggressive play once again by Fnatic there.
Trying to be able to slow them down there with that smoke, just taking some time here. See if Pronex decided to rotate back around. He is going to allow Devil Walk to kind of hold that B bomb site all on his own. And interesting here for Clan Mystique, they actually have 4 players inside of mid. Looks like they're going to start to push up here. The bomb carrier is still headed over there towards that B bomb site. Still kind of checking their area. Just on this side is going to be Flusha. Flusha taking a look there inside of mid. Looks like they're going to go ahead and kind of deter them over. A nice little decoy happening over there towards that A side, but the action is going to happen over there towards the B side as Pronex was able to take down the one there in that CT archway. Arch pushing there. There's going to be Kelly. Arch going to get taken down by Devil Walk. Devil Walk trying to hold down this B bomb side as his teammates rotate over there towards that B side. Pushing back around, able to pick up another one. As I switches over to his USB, as that was the bomb carrier, the bomb planter here in this round. And Kirishima goes down 15-6. Game point coming in here now for Fnatic.
Yeah, it's just good play by Fnatic. What can I say? They've been the better team so far in this match, and pending an incredible comeback by Clan Mystique, they're going to go on to win Group A and just completely trash my prediction for this group.
Shout out to everyone that's getting dropped items here throughout the game. 95 of you.
Yeah.
Have actually got a drive data from this matchup. But let's take a look here. You've got, again, final round here, or actually game point here for Fnatic. As going to start to be able to push up here towards that banana side. Same time to set up. Arts is actually going to be challenging over here towards the banana side. Op pick up there by Flusha inside of mid.
That's a curious choice by Flusha to be opping over JW. I'm not sure if I've ever seen that before. But yeah, that's a curious
been a good
choice.
Positioning or spawning.
Yeah. And also being up 15-6.
That could help as well.
It helps you.
In your economy through the
roof.
It
helps you make questionable decisions.
After the bye, JW is still sitting at 14-8. So
yeah, lots of dough.
Lots of dough. All right, now as you can see, we've got there. Looks like they're going to start to push over there towards that CT arch side. Wrapping back around here, you can see Flusha with this off in hand. Take another look there with that off. He's able to pick up one. Pronex just on the other side to give him some cover. He's able to pick up another one. It's going to be left up here to Arts in Kirishima in this last bit here. He's going to start to be able to push out there through the apartments. Arts, last man standing, and he's going to get taken down there by Flusha. 16-6 as Fnatic will move on to the playoffs, and we'll see as we take another look here with a nice op shot there from Library. So Fnatic, they're going to be moving on to the playoffs, and we'll see Clan Mystique, I believe, face off. I actually have no clue who actually won there in that second game in the losers bracket. We'll take a look there, but so that matchup going there to Fnatic against Clan Mystique there in that round.
And it looks like Na'Vi were actually eliminated.
Oh,
LGB
wow.
have defeated them 16-13 on Mirage, so that's gonna put Na'Vi out at 4th in a group, Clan Mystic at the top, and then LGB is gonna play Mystic for the 2nd spot in the playoffs.
So a great matchup there between Fnatic and Clan Mystique. You saw the way that Fnatic was able to control that game, but let's get a little bit more of an in-depth look at what happened during that matchup. Let's send it over to BSL and team.
Here at the DreamHack SteelSeries CSGO Championship, we have some results for you. Fnatic move on in the tournament after demolishing Mystic by 16-6 on the Inferno. Also, which is breaking news, Na'Vi lost to LBG, which is another Swedish team, by 13-16. That means that Na'Vi are out of the tournament. We're going to tell you all about these matches and what happened when we come back in a couple of minutes. Stay with us.